They're going to get arrested most likely. But we just probably saw 2-3 dozen people inside this Forever 21 store running out with bags full of clothes. I mean, whatever they can get, they were grabbing and taking and running. Glasses being shattered and broken to get in and out of these stores here in Long Beach. The Forever 21 is just the latest. Look right here. You can see. See right here, this person just grabbing all they can get in a bag and just running as fast as they can as police are here. One person has been arrested that I have seen. Look over here just across the way. Look how many clothes that this person has. People are just grabbing all that they can and running away. Some people over here I'm looking at, they're putting the clothes on. They're actually putting the clothes on that they just stole from Forever 21. Again, one person I'm seeing right here is being arrested. Other than that, all of these folks we're just seeing run out of the store with bags full of clothes. This person, I'm sure you're seeing, Francisco's getting this shot right now, going back for some more, making sure that bag's full of more clothes. So that's the scene out here right now. People are just running from every direction, in and out of these stores, trying to get in. If they can't get in, they'll break the windows and get in, as we just saw earlier in our coverage. That was a Hot Topic store. Now this is a Forever 21 store. There's a Gap here. There's all kinds of different stores out here. And we are seeing more officers arrive at this point. We're seeing all of them in riot gear. And we're just seeing more looting, more and more looting, but one arrest. That is all I've seen. That is the only person I've seen right there. Just one person apprehended at this point. We hear more sirens, people running in every different direction. There's no, pardon?
Brittany,
there's no rhyme or reason here,
just
everyone running in every direction going into any store.
I think a lot of people are going to wonder, there are officers that are standing right next to you, basically standing there and watching this. But from what we can tell, it looks like they are totally outnumbered. And I wonder if that is why they're not running in here. There are so many looters and so few police officers here.
Well, it makes you wonder, exactly, but they have to have a plan in place, you would think. I'm obviously not in law enforcement, but there has to be a rhyme or reason why they're doing this. And yes, you're absolutely right. It seems like they are outnumbered. More officers are coming this way, but I don't know how many are going to be coming. We keep seeing more and more looters. This started off with just about 10 people. First of all, let me mention, though, about 200 peaceful protesters it started off with. Then about a group of 10 people who started looting. Now you're seeing on your screen,
all right, Brittany,
dozens and dozens of people.
We want to apologize for saying that. This is live coverage of what's going on. But we want to remind you that we are watching breaking news coverage of CBS 2 News at 6. We're also streaming on CBS in Los Angeles and KCAL 9 as well. And Brittany Hopper is live in Long Beach, where there were protesters. Now we're experiencing the rioters and the looters that are out there. You can see all these people running into these stores and coming out with so many different items, from clothes to shoes. And police officers are right there. Obviously, they don't have as many resources, so they're just watching. Brittany,
look at over here.
Ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Brittany.
Can you guys hear me? So look right here, Francisco. Come right here. So they're kicking and they're trying to kick this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're trying to kick down this Forever 21 glass door right here. Police are we're walking with them. We're doing what we're being told to stay safe, obviously, and still give you the best vantage point here. But as you can see, people are still continuing to run out with tons of clothes. Police aren't making many arrests. We've seen only one person. Look how many people are over here. And yes, Sarah, the officer.
All right, we now want to go to Mayor Pro Tem Terry O'Day out of Santa Monica. We'll get back to Brittany.
At this point, police just they did something that riled the crowd up so badly that a swarm of people just started running. I almost thought it was going to be a stampede at first. I'm told that the protesters, they were trying to stop the looters. They came over to this area to try and tell them to stop looting and to have a peaceful protest, and then the two started clashing and fighting, and that's what we're seeing right now.
It's like all these Hispanic people, not even Hispanic people, like looters, they're not with us.
This woman right here is saying that the looters are not with her. She's wanting to protest peacefully. We saw one woman who was running into the crowd screaming and crying for her daughter, saying that she needs to go in and get her daughter, who was locked in the Forever 21. Police obviously would not allow her inside. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a clash of people here. We're seeing the peaceful protesters, and we're seeing the looters who are trying to still continue and get into these stores.
Okay, Brittany, we're going to let you go
Okay.
so that you can go ahead and make decisions for your safety. If you need to get out of there, please, we just want you to know that you can do that. Desmond's overhead of the Hot Topic there in Long Beach, where it looks like people are streaming in once again, Desmond.
Sarah, look at this. Dozens of people still coming in and out of the Hot Topic store here. I just saw probably 30 people pile out of here 20 or so seconds ago. It is just such a sickening sight, just like what we saw at the T-Mobile store. I actually watched this window be smashed. It's not clear if this is an extension. I think this is maybe just maybe like the rear entrance of the Hot Topic store. So incredible wide scale, just total stripping down of all of these stores. Total chaos at the Pike in downtown Long Beach.
It's really so hard to just watch these images and, law enforcement just standing by, not really able to do anything because there's so many people here. But, the story that Brittany had about protesters clashing with these looters, these rioters, these criminals who are breaking in, I mean, that's kind of the story that we've been seeing across Southern California. They want to keep their message about George Floyd, and then you have scenes like this that are going on that are taking over the coverage, and it's unacceptable, and it's frankly, it's hard to watch.
Really disturbing scenes here. Just want to remind our viewers we're watching an extended edition of CBS 2 News at 6 o'clock. We are also broadcasting live on CBSN Los Angeles, streaming live there and simulcasting on KCAL 9. My name is Sarah Donchi. I'm alongside my co-anchor, Chris Holmstrom. We are several hours in now to our breaking news coverage of protests and demonstrations, in addition to criminal acts, looting and vandalism happening in multiple places on multiple fronts. We're covering breaking news in downtown Los Angeles, Santa Monica, Long Beach. We're hearing about protests that have happened in other parts of LA County as well. I want to remind our viewers now that we are under curfew in Los Angeles County. County supervisors have enacted a 6 o'clock curfew in conjunction with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. They are telling us that is in effect in order to get people to go inside. They're asking that you stay indoors, you stay inside your homes, and that you avoid the streets at all costs. They're asking that people do that so that they can enforce the law in places where there is lawlessness. We have seen that live on our air in certain places. And they're also trying to watch over protesters and demonstrators who have gathered in different places to speak out on the death of George Floyd. So a lot happening. Chris Holmstrom has been standing by. Chris, you've been here since 2 o'clock, and a lot has changed since that time. Yeah,
that's when we first started to see a lot of it went from the peaceful protest to the violence that was going on. We saw a lot of the looting starting in Santa Monica, hitting up stores like Nike, Vans, REI, stores like that. And it's the same kind of situation from what we're seeing in Long Beach. Law enforcement is stretched thin. There wasn't very many officers out there. They weren't able to go in and stop the looting from happening, frankly, in time. And we want to let you know there was also a protest in Huntington Beach earlier today. That one had 500 plus people. The city declared it unlawful assembly. We were going to Greg Mills throughout the day, and that one ended peacefully, and people left and people went home. And unfortunately, you see pictures like this in Long Beach and what's going on in Santa Monica. But it's also good to know that things were a little quieter in Huntington Beach. Also, there is a protest going on right now in downtown Los Angeles. Jeff Nguyen, he is in that area, and just talking to him, he says, things are much peaceful and much more organized and more about the message that they're trying to get about social justice. And those are scenes that we definitely want to see keep going on. But as Sarah mentioned, I mean, yeah, we are in curfew. It kind of went over my head.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So that gives law enforcement agencies the option to make arrests. Now, we heard from city leaders in the city of Santa Monica. The police chief there, during a very brief news conference, she said that they are going to start making arrests if people are breaking curfew. So if you live in the city of Santa Monica, curfew actually began at 4 o'clock, so we're 2 hours into curfew there.